Good evening. Coming up tonight, we'll fill you in on what's happening in and outside the Palmetto State.
Stay tuned to see if the Gamecock swim and dive team were able to swim their way to victory last weekend.
And finally, SGTV News 4's latest story on the Incarnation Lutheran Church's Oktoberfest Columbia.
We will have all that and more tonight on Monday Night Mashup.
Welcome to this week's Monday Night Mashup. I'm Olivia Sperbeck.
And I'm Jenna Falconite. Thanks for joining us tonight.
In national news, President Biden announced Monday that the application is now live for the Student Loan Relief Program. The borrower's name, date of birth, social security number, and other personal information will be asked. The application is available on mobile devices and desktop in either English or Spanish and will be open through December 31st, 2023. Borrowers will not need to disclose proof of income unless further requested by the Education Department. More than 8 million people have already applied for debt relief out of the projected 40 million, according to the White House. The program is aimed to cancel up to $10,000 in debt for borrowers who earn less than $125,000 per year. For those receiving Pell Grants, Biden's plan is to cancel up to $20,000 in debt. Eligible borrowers can visit www.studentaid.gov to begin the application.
The City of Columbia is hosting the first in-person Mayor's Walk Against Domestic Violence since 2019. The walk is scheduled for Saturday, October 29th, and will help raise awareness and support for victims of domestic abuse throughout the city. The walk is held annually in October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This year will be the 16th year that the walk has been held. It is finally returning to its original in-person format after being virtual in 2020 and 2021 due to the pandemic. The walk will begin at 10 o'clock a.m. at Page Ellington Park in Columbia. City of Columbia Mayor Daniel Rickenmann encouraged Midlands residents to attend as a way to, quote, shine the light on this issue and show support for victims of this senseless violence, end quote. Participants are encouraged to register and wear purple, which is the color associated with domestic violence awareness. Registration for the event is required but is free of charge. For more information, visit www.columbiasc.gov. Olivia, it's so great to see the City of Columbia coming together to show support for domestic violence abuse victims.
I agree. It's a good thing for the city to put this on to show their support.
Absolutely.
That's all for national and local news, but SGTV sports anchor Violet Raftery has the update for all things Gamecock athletics. Violet?
This past week was a tough one for Gamecock athletics. It was the first meet away from home for swim and dive as the team traveled to Tuscaloosa, Alabama on Saturday. The women lost to the Crimson Tide 190.5 to 109.5. The men lost as well with the final score of 157 to 143. Despite losses overall, the Gamecocks had success in some individual categories. For the 500 free category, freshman Amy Riordan finished in second place with a personal best time of 4 minutes, 59.9 seconds. Riordan also placed second in the 200 free, with Gamecock swimmers Victoria Kwan finishing in first and Janie Smith in third. The team has 3 weeks before its next meet. South Carolina women's soccer was edged out in Nashville on Friday. Within 10 minutes of scoring their singular goal of the game, South Carolina gave up their lead to Vanderbilt and eventually lost with a final score of 2-1. While men's soccer also struggled to bring home a win, they were able to secure a tie of 1-1 at Coastal Carolina on Friday. Gamecock goalkeeper Ben Alexander managed 3 saves and helped South Carolina to maintain their season record of 5-4-3. Women's soccer takes on Texas A&M at home on Thursday, and men's soccer will visit Old Dominion on Wednesday. Both games start at 7 p.m. Football will be back at Williams-Brice this Saturday as the Gamecocks host Texas A&M with a 7:30 p.m. kickoff. If you can't catch the game in the stadium, it will be broadcast on SEC Network.
Good evening, South Carolina. Right now in Columbia, we have 75-degree weather with some low winds of 8 miles per hour, and we've got humidity with 51%. Today, we had mostly sunny skies with a high of 83 and a low of 46. We have a lot of sunny skies ahead of us with a high of 60 degrees tomorrow and a low of 37. Wednesday, we've got a high of 63 and a low of 38. On Thursday, we've got a high of 66 and a low of 39. And on Friday, we have a high of 70 and a low of 44. Saturday, we will have mostly sunny skies with a high of 75 and a low of 52. That's all I have for today. After the break, we'll catch you up on everything you need to know about student Gamecock television.
Next up, SGTV News 4 reporter Clarissa Meyer donned her lederhosen to find out what makes everyone raise their glasses at this year's Oktoberfest Columbia.
Families and friends gathered and put on their lederhosen outfits at the Incarnation Lutheran Church in downtown Columbia to experience the German festival of Oktoberfest. Going on their 14th year, this festival is meant to replicate the original 2-week fair held in Munich, Germany. The imitator of Martin Luther speaks on the festivities.
It is a celebration. It's Oktoberfest, a harvest festival that we use to mark the passage of time.
After the 2-year delay due to COVID, Pastor Emily Wilhide is excited to be back and be a part of Oktoberfest once again.
It's great to be able to gather folks together, and I know COVID is still out there, but it's nice that we're able to be outside and be a little bit safer about it, but still get together and spend time together.
Along with Pastor Emily, guest Anthony Brown speaks on being back after COVID and how this festival makes life seem more normal.
Having COVID take everything away from us, it was nice to finally be back and be amongst normal people and just having that feeling of normalcy.
In-person festivities are bringing the Oktoberfest community together again, including Mayor Rickenmann, who poured his own beer beverage. The festival has brought more liveliness to the activities, which have made the parents have a sense of youth again.
Feel like I'm a normal person and not just a parent anymore. It's nice to be like a young college kid.
For some, like the Baker Sioux, this festival is a reminder of a personal connection to German heritage.
Some of them are from the mother of a German friend. She was an exchange student. They were kind of our family away from home for several years.
Oktoberfest will continue to bring Columbia great entertainment and joy while staying close to home and still maintaining the Munich feel. For SGTV News 4, I'm Clarissa Meyer.
Olivia, that seemed like such a fun event. It's so great that it's finally back in person after COVID.
Oh yeah, that sounds so great. I would love to go to Oktoberfest.
Me too.
That wraps tonight's edition of Monday Night Mashup.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtvonline.com and sign up for our newsletter, SGTV Recap. For SGTV News 4, I'm Olivia Sperbeck.
And I'm Jenna Falconite. Have a great night, Carolina.